And then there is a certain time that I tend to have my Wi-Fi reset. It always seems to be around about like midnight or 1 in the morning normally. Also, I think my drink is in this one. Yeah. Just quickly drop all my loot in here. That there, and then that there. For a higher rating than my current armor. I hope you say okay that might be. Uh, sure. Because that happens like every time I tap in and out of the game, the encoder spikes. Hopefully I'm not too bad. I don't know why I'm not getting Discord sounds. See, I'm gonna change this. I have not. Let's see. If I go to settings, 240. Let's see. My caps locks on. Let's see. That has me on. Oh, crap. I'm kind of hoping that I literally just checked the stuff. I don't know why they're like being like that. It's like, for example, for me, it's saying to me that according to Twitch, saying that my live is excellent on like Signal or like no recommend to change. Look on the Twitch inspector. Login with Twitch. Authorize. So it says to me that apparently there's no delay on the bitrate. But I had let's see. I'm hoping there's gone better. That's gonna actually make my encode spike. Whenever I tap in and out of the game, the encoder spikes. I also need to be able to see chat. There we go. Like I'm hoping this looks better. Um, oh sorry. I was going to the trooper one. Like I can only hope that it now looks better. I've kind of basically changed the modes. I don't know if it actually changes midstream. Have a nice day. So rough. Thank you for sort of coming. It's today's actually been going. It's been mostly okay today. Like mostly like good. Hopefully this is okay. I turned down some stuff. So for example, the reason why I have a high latency is because I had it set to it was like a higher standard of stream, but then it also like increased latency and also uh increased like the resources that it needed to take. So what I did basically is I switched it to low latency and then changed the quality down slightly. Rather it's not fall down the mountain. Not like one of these missions that should bring me back to like over here. At least I don't have to worry about the worm coming for me. Like, thank you for messaging me, Ham. That's something I need to mine later is going to be the stuff that the cobalt paste. I'll look at the question and then take out. I can't remember. Could be take this opportunity up. Uh, Someone whose position you'd like to take when they're gone. Welcome back. Hopefully, it's not being too bad. It's like well, I hope it's bad. Also, I can probably. I put music on again. Like the music stopped. Well, because well, yeah, YouTube. So it like just stops every now and then. Thank you, Ham. Oh, rough, huh? Good inspiration. So like, well, I wouldn't really say missed. Trying to be like, well, miss is a strong word. Like, miss is a strong terminology. So I actually have water, so I can drink it. My bottle of water. Luckily, with this area, and also I remember I haven't got any scrap metal. I'm pretty sure I am. Wasn't really paying attention exactly, but if I had to guess, that's not what I thought. I feel like when brain dead, I was like thinking about something else. Really, because I do prefer someone who's like more direct to me. Like the thing I hate most is when you get like people that will uh well the way they will do it, they try to either be overly nice or it's like they're not overly nice. I don't know, put it, you scrap mail. Uh, you know, uh, I've basically known some people that will like start flirting just for like uh, you know, I don't know, but like I've known people that will just like uh start flirting to sort of get something out of people. I always like That's why like I prefer like more honesty over most things. It's like Scramo, but I don't see any Scramo. Are you? I had there's like some people that I have like spoken to before, and they've like kind of like flirted, but it's kind of like in the case of wanting me to like do stuff for them. Uh, like for example, one of them was a artist that I had, where they basically wanted like me to like do stuff, and then they just like started flirting with me while trying to convince me to pay out for like art stuff. Or I've had like uh, so well in life I've always had like people like do that for like more just money in general. Yeah, that's why I prefer like people to be like more blunt with me. Like if I'm being like a special kind of like in my head, or I was on just go like, yeah, you're being a little bit special. I'd be like, okay, I would try to cool down the special timer. Like I'll try to learn my specialness. Raft amount 20, yeah, 40. Yeah, but, like, it's different, right? It's more to do with like how they feel. Like if someone's like flirting with you to get stuff out of you, I find that like a lot different than someone doing it for like more of like for the sort of fun slash uh you know you know it's like more like to do with like the purpose of why. Like for me, it's more to do with like sort of like why so like more the kind of why they're flirting, or like if it's like they're flirting a reason to like get something out of me. Uh, like with the example of the artist that was mentioned, I ended up like banning them eventually, but it's like it took me a while to do it because I didn't want to at first. I was like, they're going like, well, like maybe like I just like asked them to call it, and then it's like ended up thinking about it, it's like they messaged me at like 4 in the morning, multiple days in a row, just to like try getting me to like uh get more and more art commissions. Then they'll give me like a story like, oh, actually, uh, just recently my mum went in hospital and we can't afford it. So if you could like, yeah, I've seen that like with Boca, she's doing late shifts, right? So that means like I imagine for us like between the hours of I'm gonna say probably like three. I want to say like maybe sometime between like 1 a.m. and I don't know. So that was beyond him. like this song just because it's literally like people that's like aged 50 something that's just rapping. So you got like Mr. Worldwide, and that's like a guy that's like clearly in like his 70s or like late 60s. She's saying that Loka was apparently up late. The Wasp are getting in. Like Strider and it's like Walk is the Wasp. Let's start with like the salt shotgun moved over to the 50 cal. This is where you and me are different. If I heard like a buzzing of a wasp near my head, I'd actually just freeze and then run. Like sometimes if something like flies close enough to my ear and just makes me jump, I'll just like I'm gonna move away from it. I just don't like any of them. You know, jacket, paper wasp. He's like, I've been lucky enough where I haven't had to like worry about wasp at my like house. But the thing is, there's like a tree outside my house that have like occasionally gotten like bees and stuff. The thing is, like, one of the things that the council here does do is they do normally sort that out here, but that's just because like a lot of the people around like I live are like they own their houses. They're like old council houses, so like they got bought up by the people that lived in them, and either they're still living in them or they sold it to a new family. Uh, Even the bumblebees. There's a sandstorm coming towards me. Because I didn't put my thing in a space that would be free from that. Is that coming towards or away from me? Oh, it's coming towards. I can see it. I mean, I don't think I'm going to get back to my copter in time, though. I don't even know where I'd put it, so I'll wait here and then, like, when this sandstorm blows through. If you move slow enough, is what do you think about those? I forget the name of them. You know those like wasp that kind of like lay eggs inside of like crickets and stuff like that, and puts them in a cocoon. Like hornet wasp is it or like what was it? What was it called again? Yeah, or is it a tarantula wasp or something like that? Well, basically it'll kind of like make like a little well, make a insect its baby's home, and they like dig their way through. Like I was watching this like video before that talked about like how the likelihood of like a zombie apocalypse, or like what kind of zombie apocalypse would be more likely than others. And it's like they were saying about how something more similar to like The Last of Us was more possible than your typical trope of like an infectious disease. They were saying about how like if for example it was like some kind of infection, uh the thing it sounded like rabies would be like the closest they said. Uh it could be actually. I mean, it's like I don't know. I guess also there might be like multiple like different species. But like with those ones, like I remember it's like seeing like I don't think they're just in Australia, but I saw like an Australian thing where it was like it had this like wasp that like make a cocoon around, or made like some kind of like paper thing over like an like it makes like a little home in, basically takes over a insect and kind of like makes it walk into its den and then seals it off its babies inside, and then basically the wasp babies will eat it. There's also like what's that one gone? On the like zombie apocalypse thing, they're dead animals. You'd think like with how many they have, you'd think they would be like have like already enough of them. They're just like, nah, we need an extra one. Like finds like a stick insect or something like that that just kills. I heard recently they actually found like a new stick insect in Australia. It's like this massive stick insect. It looks like a branch. It's like when it comes to also on the like zombie apocalypse thing. The thing I saw was it was talking about how there's more likely to be like a fungi, sort of thing. Point out like with ants, how they got like a fungi that like controls ants and makes it so the ant becomes like a host that spreads the mushroom spores by messing with its brain. So like there's more of a chance apparently for like that to be the kind of thing that happens with humans rather than uh like rather than like something like rabies or something. So when I like see them, I'm just like there again. I heard that they like their venom kind of makes it so that they can kind of like control or like kind of like lead insects into the den. I don't know if it's, maybe a different species, but I saw one video talked about Australia. Uh, I'm not like 100% sure to be honest. Yeah, mate, shut up. Uh, there's also a place that something was shooting. Like, do I interrupt? Like, no, I just let them fight out quickly. Hi, BB. You're good? I need to go in there, but like they're kind of doing some jobs for me. Yeah, how you doing, BB? Imagining. I don't know if you got like afternoon classes or you've got classes today. Oh, sun's shooting in. Oh, sorry, reloading. Let's just fix that. Sorted. I like think I should just intervene just to make this quicker. If I can actually hit them. Ah, well, no, fine. I'm just gonna have a quick drink. There you go. Yeah, I prefer this over the rapier. I need to get better at parrying. There you go. Yeah. Uh, because I am kind of knackered to be honest. Uh, I'll be lying to say if I wasn't knackered. I think there's like it's one of those things of like they ended up go from when we left. They ended up having one more game, and I was like, they're kind of like, oh, if it was going to be one more game, I would have been like more tempted like to stay on. If it was just one more, because I was like, it took me a while to actually go to bed. But I ended up like watching to the end when they were playing. It's, I know I'm flying, but I will switch the gun. Okay, you start firing again. There you go. No head for you. Yeah, basically I watched until the end. Although I wasn't like on the last game. I was watching the last game, uh, and then it was like, well, see, I think I was like, I was eating my dinner. Uh, Basically for dinner I had pasta and cheese. Um, yeah, I had like pasta and cheese for dinner. I suppose you survived the first one. I didn't actually know this is where I needed to be or not. I got distracted killing them. But distracted underwater. Like waiting for my thing to charge. Guys, I don't really need to fight everyone. I can kind of just like just kill the ones that come by me. I see he's taking a seat. can't remember. Wasn't there like a bigger chest here? Or am I just being dumb dumb? Back down. The crocodile still isn't dead. Oh yeah, I forgot. I wasn't really paying attention to what they wanted me to do. Into the kind of where is that? I guess what I need to do is I need to fling myself that direction. I'm sorry. Apparently, the crocodile isn't dead yet. But, we go in here, and we get like what we do is we save this image in G. We'll do that in memes. And then what we do is we go into OBS. We uh, add a new source. Where is it? New image. Like hopefully this will help Ham. Is this right? Yeah, I'll get them. It's like we'll remember Ham. Uh, let's quickly make sure I drink before I do the next one I was going to do. So like get covered in the hair. And do this one, and then we click here and we do. Here you go. I can make a new one for you as well. Look, it's only a 20. Well, uh, as we know, I thought I'll just get this ready for ham. I place my gun quickly down it. If only, if only ham didn't have 22. Then what I do is I do. Like we have some pictures of ham just before she died. Uh, we actually have pictures of ham after she was found. Uh, what did I say that? Uh, we have this picture of ham as like we found that someone at the scene took a picture. Frog draw me again, eaten by a frog. That's the last picture we had of ham. Then a grave was made. We did find a 22, like a point 22. Uh, uh, but sadly, uh, there were no bullets for it. For that true, is enjoying the moments before Ham's death. I just didn't want to use it. So I actually now have pictures. It was from another person on the scene. Uh, got this image. Uh, we found there was this person at the scene as well. That's all right. I don't know. I said for it to point a gun at the crocodile, and it's like, don't worry, I'm adding in a person with a flare gun, and I'm like, okay, when just a picture of like that flare gun, which county. That's why like I tell it to like do that, and it just gives me a picture of like a bottle. Let's get the change the flag on. Like, I want to see what it looks. I forgot that I almost run out of fuel. It's actually probably good that I park around here. Cause they might have a battery there. Also, this will give me some shelter from the sun. Do you want to see what happens when I asked it to put in a 50 cal? It said to like get a 50 cal and switch this image to the new one. Oh, whichever one is it? It's like that point. It's a fucking railgun or some shit. You're like you're resting it on the crocodile eating ham to get out the other crocodile or the alligator. I'm kind of curious if I tell it to think about scale, what it will do then. If I go like, does that fix it or does it just make uh the crocodile smaller? Because like I told it to point a gun at the crocodile, and it already like when it was a flare, it's a bit high for the crocodile or the alligator. Oh Jesus! That actually made it worse. Save image as. Let's save over the flare gun. Do you want to see what the... See, is it... Image, browse. I asked it to think about scale, and it does this. It, I am to this guy. Well, it's more like you're using like the crocodile's like mouth to like be as like a brace for like a railgun kind of thing. I think you're going to kill it like that. Well, you don't know. Maybe the shockwave will, right? Like, imagine what the kickback on that gun's going to be like. Like, you know, if you're lucky, it'll break its jaw. I said, can it think about a scale, and it just makes a crocodile bigger. The gun's a goddamn toothpick to it, apparently. Another question. What? Let's see. Let's give it like another. Let's give it another like detail to do. I'm gonna say, what happens where I just write an army? Is it gonna be an army of crocs, or is it gonna be an army of humans, or is it gonna change the picture? Seem to show that the army has arrived. Multiple soldiers with advanced equipment are now positioned throughout the swamp. Various vehicles and helicopters. Oh God, Jesus! Why has it made the croc bigger? Why has it got like a? When you ask it to bring in the army, it becomes this. Like to use the gun as an idea, right, of how this should work, right? One, why is this got like you got a mounted machine gun, right? That's like braced on his arm, floating leg there, on his crotch there, bang bang. Then you got Strider with the 50 cal rail gun. Apparently, these two guys are just like sitting there. Private Ham. I don't know if they're really saving too much. And then it's putting in a helicopter, and you get this over here. And then it's put in an actual road here to have some like vehicles drive down it. I just just point out like where when the stand's literally resting on it. Like I don't know what the kickback of like that's going to be like, but if it's just resting on like one part of the at this point dinosaur's arm and his crotch, like it's going to get pulverized regardless. I'm curious now, what happens now when I tell it to make the sandwich bigger? Maybe is it going to change much, or is it not going to change? Do much. Except for it's like bent your gun. Uh, so now it's bent in two spots. But what about if we do? Also, I'm gonna have music continue playing. Okay. See what this does. Well, I didn't need hydration. Let's see. It should have that picture by now. That's a killjoy. It won't let me do that one. I'm trying to say that. I asked it to change the sandwich into someone in a mascot sandwich outfit, and it was like, "Sorry, I can't do pictures of people getting hurt." Like, I can probably tell it. I can't actually close the page. Let's bring in that. What the- Okay, so I got to replace the ham sandwich, but this time I can get a clean shot on the crocodile back in. So I've got a new picture. I asked it to switch out ham sandwich for a person in mascot outfits. No, you can't because you can't have anyone get hurt. And I'm like, no, they're trying to save the sandwich. And then it made this. For some reason, I can't get it. It said that these guys are apparently trying to save the per. I'm trying. It's that Bear Grylls. Bear Grylls is just like shit. Well, the cameraman didn't make it. Like typical filming of a Bear Grylls. Just like a fucking cameraman dies. Just one of them. The guy getting eaten just grabs a gun. That arm is supposed to be Ham's. Guys, it said they're trying to save Ham, and then for some reason Ham's taking your gun away, and it's just started to be consumed. It belongs to you. What I'm gonna do the rest of my gun go. I don't know. Maybe you had like a really strong grip on it. It snapped in two. You've got like, those like beefy like hand grips. And also, like, your gun also lost length as well. Because like originally using the gun icon to show your gun was like here roughly to like here when it first put it in. I just kept stuck on the gun. You know, just in case like hand needed it. It's like we still got that this though to remember Ham. Uh, we'll never forget you, Ham. Actually, I need to put my gun away. Uh, I, I didn't misspell anything. I forgot this was like low on fuel. That's part of the reason why I stopped here. I was gonna like peel them down there and then just take their hopefully a vehicle battery. Right. Gonna say that will actually help with Dune. It's more like if I go my settings, but like a part of my issue right is whenever I tab out, my encoder like basically jumps. Like if I turn this to windowed, and then just got to change the resolution. Like, I'm gonna tweak this in here, but this will actually help with my encoder. An issue I'm having basically Every time I tab out of the game, my encoder basically spikes. Save half with the army in the background. Well, I said the thing like army, and it basically said it's alright. I'm putting in a helicopter and some vehicles and stuff, and then it's just like someone's decided to mount like a machine gun on like the crocodile's arm and stuff. Also, I'm back in just a sec. I need to quickly do something before I forget to do it. I'm gonna quickly